Hey everyone, welcome to the Beyond Boudoir podcast, where I chat with ladies who've been in the studio with me. Hello, I'm Stuart from Classic Boudoir in Nova Scotia, Canada. In the first 18 months of running my studio, I've photographed about 100 women. All of them have left an impression on me. This podcast is all about them and their incredible stories of struggles and pain and self-doubt and, more importantly, perseverance, strength, and overcoming some pretty difficult things. It is not a photography podcast, so we won't be talking about gear or lighting or the industry or cameras or anything like that. These are real chats with real women, so listen in and be inspired, like I am. In this episode, I'm chatting with Charlene. Like most episodes, it was recorded straight after her appointment. Charlene was so much fun to host in the studio. She really brought an energy with her that was just infectious to everyone. She was a combination of wanting to go with the flow and be directed, but also had some real creative visions that she wanted to achieve in her session. Namely, a fedora hat and a leather look corset that just looked fabulous on her. We captured one of my favourite shots ever, a high contrast black and white where you could kind of see her sitting on this chair as either a gangster's moll or the gangster herself. It's just wonderful image. It mixes beauty, strength, femininity, and some of her masculine energy that you'll hear about as we go through this episode. In fact, it was the image that she chose to have printed as part of her session package. So sit back, grab a coffee, and listen in while we chat. All right, Charlene.
Yes, my darling.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling absolutely fabulous.
Yeah?
Yeah, when I first arrived, when I was sitting up there, my nerves were on edge. But I thought, you know what? No, I'm here. Let's do it. And I'm ready to roll. So, came in. The two ladies were here. It was great. Very welcoming.
Yeah,
very
good.
ease.
Yeah.
Fabulous makeup and hair ladies that you have doing things for you. And this was a blast. You know, this is probably something I might even do again in a few years.
Definitely come back for that.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed myself today.
Yeah.
And I could see you were too as well. We could tell, like, obviously you come in, you're going to be nervous. I mean, who wouldn't be, right?
That's right.
You're going to be nervous. I mean, we had, 10, 20-minute video chat and some text of, you don't know me and I don't know you, and you're in a new environment. You're doing something you probably haven't done before. And, we were talking that there's a point in the shoot where people relax. Yours was about 3 shots in.
Oh, yeah, I was ready to just take her all off and let her go. Let's do that white sheet thing and a little bit of risque, right?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
If anything, I think once I see the proofs and stuff, it'll definitely boost one's self-esteem and confidence to know that, hey, I pulled that off without a problem.
Oh, I don't think we've got any problem there at all.
No.
I mean, the ones I show you, they're beautiful. And then obviously there's the ones in between that we just keep going. But the ones there's some really...
You hit it on the mark. As soon as you snap the picture, you hit it on the mark.
Oh, yeah. And there's always one in there, like when I'm taking them and then when I'm showing them to you, the one through the door was like an impromptu thing. It's like, right, don't move. I've got this idea. And then off we go. It's like, oh, that is so cool.
Yeah, I know. That's great. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah. What's it like seeing you, I don't know, are you a selfie person?
Oh, dear Lord, no.
Okay.
No, I really do not like myself in a selfie.
Yeah.
I don't feel I take a very good picture in general. As we began the shoot, we talked about the tummies and things like that. And a couple of them that you showed me, I thought, ooh, my tummy's sticking out. But that's okay. That's all right, because that's me. That's who I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as far as taking selfies, I try to stay away from that altogether.
Yeah, I understand. So what was it like being presented with a photo of you, I mean, really looking beautiful and in lingerie? And
You know what? It's a different feeling because I stood in front of the mirror and I saw what I looked like dressed in the lingerie and the outfits I brought. And then I saw what you saw through your lens. And I thought, oh, yeah. Like, me, I'm somebody who works in an industry where it's jeans, steel-toed shoes, and that. I don't have a huge wardrobe. I'm not a girly girl.
Yeah.
So for me to see that through your camera, it's like, wow, I can actually pull this off.
Oh, for
right?
sure.
Which
yeah.
may even,
yeah.
Maybe someday down the road, maybe next week, I'll go buy something that's more girly and give it a whirl and be that, that confidence.
That's interesting. So do you think it's going to give you like internal access to a bit more feminine? Like it sounds like you're in a quite a masculine environment, jeans and steel toe cap boots. Do you think it will, I don't know, give you some of that or?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I might, it's funny because I grew up with my mom always making sure she put her moll on. And what she does is her lipstick. She never left the house without her lipstick. And I always wondered why I never took on that trait of hers. But I think, this bringing me out of my shell and seeing that, I do have an feminine side because, I grew up with boys, my brothers and stuff. So
yeah,
Barbie was not my idol. G.I. Joe, maybe.
Oh, he's a handsome fella.
But, like I think once I get to see the finished product, it'll make me realize that, you know what, I can pull this off and I can be a little bit more softer. Right?
Yeah.
And I know I need to do that anyway. And I think this actually just might be the boost for me to do it.
I think it really shone through. I mean, obviously I don't know you very well. Like literally this has been our time together. But it's kind of, I can see you working in a masculine environment, but for me, the feminine really came through. Once, those 3 or 4 shots in and you relax, your shoulders dropped. And, when I was showing you the posing at the beginning, it's all about curves, this. We're going to show your curves. You've got curves. Let's celebrate them. And, just seeing you fall into those and pop the poses and doing poses I didn't even, when you're improvising, that's the point I was looking for. When it's like I tell you roughly where to go, and and then up comes the elbow, the hand goes in the hair, the smile, like that beautiful smile breaks out, and it's like I'm loving it. This is so much fun. And
exactly, and I knew it would be fun. I just wasn't sure how much I was going to allow my inhibitions to drop, so it would be.
Yeah.
Especially with that shot of whiskey, as I explained earlier. It was very liberating, and I was more comfortable than I thought I would be, and I just fell into it because I think leading up to this, I had an idea in my own head on what I wanted to pull off, especially with that black corset and the fedora hat.
Gorgeous.
I mean, that like I said, that was my starting point. Like, as far as, okay, I see myself in this. I see how I want to be posed in this.
Yeah.
Everything else, well, I'm going to leave it up to your expertise and just fire away and I'll roll with it. And that's exactly what you and I did. We just rolled with it.
We did, and that's what we said on our video call. We work together. Like, it's not me ordering you around. This is not a modeling contract or anything like that. It's like we work together. And I love the images that you put on our Pinterest board that we shared, and I think we did a real good job
of capturing the whole
those.
Yeah, the whole concept of a lot of them.
Yeah. I mean, they're not shot for shot; they're just inspiration. But I think what actually came through there and on the back of the camera is a lot of your personality. Like there's some like really cheeky smiles in there.
Oh, I know.
There's the soft face, like the eyes closed. When at the beginning I said when you close your eyes, your face softens. So there's both of those. There's the dominant one. I said flip the bird, and your attitude came through your eyes as well as the finger when you did that. That's just, they're going to be so cool. And having only met you for like these 4 hours or whatever it is, I can see those different parts of your personality. So.
Oh yeah, I'm a chameleon. Have no fear.
I love it. So, having seen the ones that we've seen on the back of the camera, what do you think your fella's going to say?
It's funny because I said to him before I left today, I said, I hope I can pull this off. He goes, I know you can. Right? So he knows, he has seen that side of me, but I don't think, I think he's going to be like, wow, I knew you were sexy, but this is speechless. Even I'm getting speechless thinking about it. But yeah, no, he already sees me as sexy, even in my steel-toed shoes and my jeans.
Sure.
Right? But
that's what we do.
This is going to be a renewed perspective.
Yeah, a different view.
Yeah, exactly. For both of us.
Yeah. Did you have any hang-ups, like before? I mean, obviously, a lot of things dropped away in the shoot, including some of your clothes, obviously.
Yeah. Fun times. Like I said, when you and I first started talking, this is something I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
But the only thing holding me back was me.
Yeah.
So when I saw your advertisement and I researched your portfolio online,
good,
and read about you, and then we talked, I thought, there's no reason I can't do this. There's absolutely none. I mean, do I get the big belly? Oh, hell yeah. I mean, that's just life. Like I said, I'm not genetically gifted to be the 8-hour figure. But it's me, and I'm happy with me. Yeah. So I can accept it and flaunt it the way I feel most comfortable.
Fabulous. I love to hear that. Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, you said that the only thing holding you back was you. What was it? Was it the tummy, or was it just a...
It was the fact that my tummy, of course.
Sure.
And the way I looked at myself, right? As well as self-confidence. Can I actually do this, right? Can I actually be in front of a stranger, dress this way, and, be able to give it my all, right? And not show that I'm intimidated by anything or scared or whatever the case may be. And I wasn't, So I think that basically was the fact that I've never had the self-confidence in my outer appearance.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
The inside knew I could.
Yeah.
The outside didn't feel it, if that makes any sense.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
But I thought, I'm going to turn 55 this year. There's just absolutely no reason that I've got to stop. I've got to stop stopping myself.
Yeah.
From having these experiences.
It's like the perfect moment never arises. I'll do it when, And
like I said earlier, it's all has to do with that inspirational quote.
What was the quote? We were talking, and you never actually told me what the quote was.
Yeah, it was, I'd rather be someone's shot of whiskey than everyone's cup of tea.
Actually, you did say that, and I really liked it.
And today was that shot of whiskey.
Yeah. Jen, the hair lady, she stopped in her tracks when you said that. She literally stopped what she was doing for like 2 seconds while she absorbed. Yeah. I was watching, and her face was like, oh. Yeah. Brilliant. I love that quote.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing. And there's a lot of things. I mean, it's just not just the whole presentation of what we did today. That, to me, that shot of whiskey is, hey, you know what? If I can make you laugh, or I can make you smile, or I can put pep in your step, then that's a shot of whiskey.
Absolutely.
If not for me, then it's a shot for you.
Yeah. Like this 4 hours and everything leading up to it, because obviously you do a lot of prep work and thinking and research, like you said, and we put so there's a lot of work from your end that goes into like emotional work, to prepare, and then we're actually here. But now I forgot what I was going to say. It was really profound. Yeah. But I was mid-flow, and then I forgot what I was going to say.
No, sorry.
Oh no, that was must be an age thing.
Oh,
I was having a senior moment.
Yeah.
No, it was going to be that. So my experience with and I think talking to you and a lot of my other ladies is this here in the studio and the prep work is a part of a bigger plan, whether it's a plan or a journey or something they let roll, but it's not, this doesn't cure self-confidence. It gives you a boost for sure. You have to have a level of self-confidence to get to the door in the first place. Like, and that's the one that I'm rambling a bit now, but that's the one where, you know, I've spoken to other ladies and said I'm not very confident, and yet there they are at the door. They're ringing my doorbell. What if they had to do to get to the, you know, to actually ring the doorbell and come down here? Like, it blows me away. I think it's fabulous.
Yeah, I think it's the fact of you're for me, we had like 4 or 6 weeks before I actually made it here.
Mm-hmm.
And so in that time, it was like, I think it was the excitement of looking at the Pinterest, going shopping, knowing, you know, like there's things I wanted to get, but I would never go out and get. But this gave me the excuse to do it.
Fabulous.
Right?
Yeah.
So now that I have it, it's like, well, something to build on. It's like, you know, those baby steps you have to take in order to get to the big leap.
Yep.
Yeah, and doing those things were the baby steps to get to this big leap.
Mm-hmm. Fabulous. That's so nice to be a part of that. You know, just, you know, to be. I know that at some point in the future, however many years it is, you're going to pull these pictures up again, and the memories will come flooding back. And I get messages from my clients 18 months ago, and they just messaged me and said, I looked at my pictures today, thank you.
Yeah.
And for me, obviously, that's a wonderful feeling, knowing that it wasn't just a photo session that they had, and they had a little bit of fun, you know, a lot of fun, you know, we laugh, but knowing that it's had a deeper impact than just some, you know, pretty pictures, and they still look at them. And
oh yeah, I mean, I've shared this since I booked the appointment. The minute I booked the appointment, the next day or so at work, I was telling some of the other girls, and you could see it. And the first thing out of their mouth was, "Oh, I always wanted to do it, but I don't think I can." And I looked at them. I said, "Well, why can't you?" I said, "You know, you're 25 years old. You've got the killer body." I said, "I'm 55. Look at me." I said, and here I am. I'm willing to put it up there. Why can't you?
You have the killer body too.
Right? And, well, some days. But the thing is, I fed off of their excitement for me wanting to do it.
So that's community and friends, isn't it? It's like,
exactly.
Yeah.
They so want to see the pictures. They said, Charlene, we cannot wait to see these pictures.
Brilliant.
Right? And I think that there might be one or two that once they've seen them, they just might make the leap of faith themselves. Because I think sometimes, again, like you just said, community.
Yeah.
Right? Friends and stuff. And you know, it gets them thinking, well, geez, you know, if she can do it, maybe I can too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody who can't.
No.
I mean, obviously, you know, some people have some very severe anxiety and self-image problems and challenges, but there's nothing. I think everyone should try it.
Oh, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah. So what would you say to someone who is like, oh, okay, so you're going to go back to your friends who said, I always wanted to do that, but I can't because. So what are you going to say to them?
I'm going to say there's not one good reason you can't give me, or that you can give me that you can't do it. Does that make sense? Yeah, there's not a reason that you can give me that you cannot do this for yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Because if I just did it, and if you're excited to see my pictures, think about the excitement you'd have for looking at your own.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? If you're this excited. I mean, you'll go skydiving, because one girl does.
Yep.
You'll go skydiving and not even bat an eye, but yet you're anxious about this? Like, oh my gracious.
Okay, yeah, I've tried many things, but skydiving is not one I would do.
Oh, yeah. Well, her and my husband actually went together because they both they love it. So, again, two people feeding off of their like and one of their passions. And so they went together.
Yeah.
And they did it 2 years ago, and now they're waiting to go do it again this year. But yet she was one of the ones that said, she goes, oh my gosh, I've always wanted to do a photo shoot like that, but I don't think I can.
You can
Shake
jump
your
out.
head, girl.
You could jump out of a moving airplane. Like, of
Yeah,
course you can
really.
do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean, I think people just. I think if you just sat back and thought about, and again, maybe once they've seen mine, they'll be like, wow. And I mean, I plan to tell them what a positive experience it was, which it was.
Yeah.
Right? The comfort's there, the communication's there, everything that you want is there.
Mm-hmm.
So just let it flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually really glad to hear that you checked us out, everything, before. That's really good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good plan.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I mean, I've learned a lot of things over my 55 years, and one thing is, if you're going to do something that's out of your norm, make sure you know about it first.
Absolutely. Yep. Agreed.
Awesome.
Well,
it's been a fantastic day. I couldn't have asked for a better photographer, a better set, and a better group of people to do this with.
Oh, you're amazing. No, thank you too. I really mean that. Like, I probably said it already, but just coming in and just going for it, like deciding.
And that's exactly what I did.
You totally did. You totally rocked everything.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Just watching your face change and the smiles. That smile, that big bursty smile.
I cannot wait to see your proofs. The proofs.